Hey up guys, good afternoon. We're back on again. I expect you've seen last week's video or even the week before that. We're down on Portland, visiting Portland Bill, as you can see behind me. Portland Bill, the little lighthouse. It's about lunchtime, so the sun's relatively high, but this time of the year it never gets too high to be boring this time of year. I've got some fantastic images this morning. In last week's video you'd have seen I got an amazing sunrise, beautiful colours. So yeah, we've got an amazing sunrise with Pulpit Rock. This afternoon we're coming for a bit of a walk up the coast. There's some cranes, got some big square blocks from the Portland stone where they used to mine it here. And I'm going to take you up the coastline, see what we can find going up this way. There's some old boats and all sorts of stuff up here, so yeah, bear with it and I'll be back with you soon. Well, I hope you can hear me all right. Again, we got the waves bashing against us and the sunlight's right behind me, so I'm probably quite in shadow. I've set up for my first image. As you see, I'm not facing the lighthouse because that's behind me. I'm actually facing towards a crane. There's this really nice flat plateau with lovely texture and stuff on it, and there's a great big slab of it that's been broken off and all the water's rushing around it below me. So I'm going to try and get this in the bottom of the image, so there's a bit of a stopper to the bottom. I'm probably going to do a long exposure to try and get the water all moving around it. And I'm going to have the crane up in the top left hand corner, and you can also see some of the big square boulders as well, some of the Portland slate that they used to move, Portland stone, sorry, they used to move, and these cranes used to winch it onto the boats. So yeah, this is actually a mining area many moons ago. So right, I'm going to set this up now. I'll take the image, and yeah, I'll show you the image and I'll try and talk you through it once I get the settings set up. Right, I've moved you around the other way now so you can see me. Oh, my feet. I've got a 15-second exposure on the go at the moment. I've got a 0.6 neutral density filter, a soft one, just to try and tone the sky down a little bit. And I've also got the IRND 10 stop, which is the big stopper. Exposure time 15 seconds, f8, ISO 100. Oh, that was a big wave. It's just cooked. Let's have a little look. I quite like it. I quite like the image. It's nice. It's got this lovely square boulder at the bottom, and then it leads you round the image and then back over to the crane in the background. It might look a little bit nicer, slightly wider, so I'm white out at as maximum I can go on this lens, 24mm. So I may just switch over lenses and put the 16 to 35 on, and that'll give me potential to do some nice close-up, big blowing out the foreground as well. I might try that because I'd like to get some of these big square boulders and blow the boulders right up in the foreground and then put the crane in the background. So yeah, I'll switch over lenses, turn you back on, and yeah, I'll take another one of this and see if I can get a little bit more scope for the bottom of the water at the bottom here. I'll show you the two images, the 24mm and the second one, and let me know what you think. Do you prefer the first one at 24mm, or do you prefer the second one, which is going to be probably about 20mm, I would have thought, 18mm. So let me know down below and tell me what one you prefer. Right, 16 to 35's on. Get my filters back on. Put my safety lanyard on. You know these filters got potential being knocked off. Right, let's have a little look now. We'll shot slightly wider compositions, slightly lower. Like I said, 20mm, spot on. Just gives me enough to get the water flowing around the bottom of this rock. So I hope you've decided between them two, and I'm going to walk up there a bit further. Catch you in a bit. Right, well the sun's in my eyes, so I'm probably got dark glasses now. I've come around a little bit further. I've come around to the stones, you can see behind me, all these big square boulders. I've got a composition set up that I quite like. I'm not buzzing about it, it's going to win no awards, but I quite like the fact that I've got the stone in and the crane. The crane's obviously from the old age where they lift the stones onto the boats, and the stones are left here from the old age. So I like that, you know, bit of date to the image. As you can see, the good lady wife's with me, she's right behind me there. You know I wouldn't leave her behind. Now I've just got to be careful where I'm standing, because if I zoom down now, my foot is right on the edge of the cliff. So I cannot afford to step back one little bit, otherwise I'm going to be on my ass. Now I've just seen a young lad walk down onto that plateau where I was shooting from over there just now. I think I might make my way down, because there's a beautiful leading line right through the bin, like a fault line. If I can get down there, there's also a puddle down there, so if I can get down there, and I might just be able to get an image with that leading line, all the texture and that big puddle, and wait for a big water splash to come up on the right hand side. So I might have a look down there in a minute, but for now I'm just going to concentrate up here, get a couple of images here, and yeah, at the moment I'm on f11. I've got the polarizer in. If I can take you around there, I've got the polarizer in, f11, and then just a 2-second timer. The histogram's quite well balanced, so it's not too bad. We'll see what it makes in post. It might bring out a bit of grunge, it might even turn into a nice black and white. We'll have to see, we'll have to see. Right, let me get a couple more. Oh, that's a big water spray coming my direction then. We're set up for a couple more compositions. Denise has just shown me one. I've seen another one just up on the top here as well, so I'm going to go up there and have a quick look up there. But there's loads and loads of potential here. You can see the lighthouse is behind me, a little bit more visible now. I will get one of that later on, maybe sunset, so if we'll stick around till sunset and see what we get later on. Climbing over the rocks and boulders to get ourselves in a bit of a better position. I've got the camera set up again. Sorry, that sun was in your eyes, wasn't it? Got the camera set up again, and yeah, I like this image. I think this is the best one so far from around this area. I've got this boulder on the right hand side, which is potentially leading you into the image. And I've also got a square boulder on its own, so that one shows the actual square rock and the formation of the rock left on its own. There's a little segment left in front of it, and then between the two it's taking you down, and then you've got the leading coming on from the left hand side taking you over to the crane. There's a couple of people in the shot at the moment, so I'm not going to take it just yet. I've got the polarizer on still, and I've also got the 6.6 stop off soft end grade T-grad just to keep that sky down a little bit. It's a blue sky, can't do much about that. This might make a really nice monochrome image because of the contrast between the two. I'm bracketing one over and one under just because you'll see the shadows. The shadows are really, really deep because the sun's quite bright now on my right hand side, so it's casting hell of a dark shadow. So I will bracket it. I'm not sure I'm going to use it, but if I don't, I'm going to miss out on having that information if I get home and I don't do it. Monochrome's not one of those things you can just convert any old image. You've got to have contrast, detail, and it's got to work really. So I might even flick the camera over in a minute and have a look on black and white just to see what it looks like. Right, I'm going to get this shot because the area is now starting to get clear and the lady's moving out of the way, and yeah, this one will be quite nice. Enjoy this. Right, as you can see behind me, camera's set up there, right on the edge of the cliff, and it is quite a bit of a drop as well. There's nothing below and the water's actually washing underneath. You can see the crane there, and over there's a square boulder underneath the crane. I've been doing a long exposure. What I do like about this shot, and I think this is another one that works really well, is you've got this lovely bit of rock sticking out with all the different lines in it. It's taking you right out to the corner. Rule of thirds basically, thirds into thirds, thirds divided up, and in the bottom of the corner I've got this little bit of the outcrop where I'm started on, just giving you a bit of a base to the image so it's not all plain and water. I've done a long exposure, I've done a 15-second one, I've also done a 30-second one which has just been baking, it's just finished. It's just smoothing out the water below. Simple image really, they're very, very simple images these are. Anyone can take these, it's just a case of being here. And the light's quite nice, and even though it's bright sunlight, it's softish sunlight for this time of year. Being December, the light's never going to get very harsh, is it? And there's some amazing clouds over that way, and the coastline down there. If I had a zoom lens on, I might just have to put a big lens on the other camera and just do a bit of a video for you, because the coastline down there is absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm going to mooch back around this side now and have a look at these beach huts and find a few boats and stuff like that as well. But yeah, this is quite a nice simple image, so enjoy this one while we're going along. I've just been warned, if I value my manly bits, I've got to go and buy the good lady wife a cup of hot chocolate. So we're going to head over to the cafe that's behind me, and we're going to go and find ourselves a hot chocolate and a latte and probably a slice of something warm. Is that all right?
Yeah. We've been out since 7:15 this morning. We've had 2 biscuits, a bit of coffee. It is now
later on
1 o'clock.
Oh,
there is a limit
the poor
to my
little
patience, Compton.
the poor little love's starving. Right, we'll catch up with you in a bit after we've had our coffee.
Saved.
Oh, got a bit of a chill, babe. Got a bit of a chill. I forgot to do the zip bit up. Right, good lady wife's been drinked. She's got a drink down her, so I've got another 5 minutes playtime before she tells me off again. No, she doesn't tell me off, she's pretty good as you all know, but we are supposed to be on holiday as well as taking a few photographs and doing a few vlogs. So I'm going to head back down now. I'm going to get down on that plateau bit and go and see if I can find that pool of water and that leading line. The tide's changed a bit and the light's changing a little bit now as well, but I'm sure I can find something down there. So yeah, as per normal, I'll catch you in a bit. I've just climbed down and that wasn't that easy. That was steeper than I thought it was, and I saw some little kid climb down here earlier on. I thought that was easy the way he got down here, but no, for a 50-year-old guy with a big bag on his back, that's not so easy. I've got to get back out yet. I bet this is pretty scary if the water starts coming over the top here, you know. But yeah, I've climbed down, and now I'm down here. The image doesn't work. There's my puddle. There's the puddle I was looking at when I was up there. There's me leading line down here. There's me leading line I thought I could use. See that one there? But look, you can't see the crane. Can't see the crane at all. So walk back across here. It's not actually slippy. It's pretty good underfoot, to be honest, but sharp. There's me crane anyway. So that's what I was going to try and get, but as it is, I can't get it with the leading lines. What I can do is come over and have a look at the edge of the water a bit more. It's quite nice down here. It's quite nice down here, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Lighthouse looks good that side though. Right, I'm going to have to make my way back up and back up the top. So I'll see you back up the top if I can get up there. Well, we've come back up now, or I've come back up. That was a bit of a climb, but I noticed the footholds coming up, so it made it a bit easier. Good lady wife's just given me my tripod. Some nice light on the side of this, and I think I've got to have an image of it just up close with that big square boulder under it. And there's a bit of blue rope down here, which sort of adds as a bit of a leading line. So maybe I might try and get an image of this. In fact, there's some old metal stumps down here. That's obviously something to do with the past. Cracking coastline though. Jurassic, proper gnarly, washed away. Millions of years worth of decay and the sea bashing the hell out of it. Right, let's set up an image and then we'll see what the good lady wife's doing, because she's got some pictures of the boats over there. And I'm sure this is getting a bit of a long vlog now because I've been going for ages. So I'll tie it up in a little while because one, my memory card's going, and two, I'm on my last battery. So I'll get an image set up for this, get the crane, and potentially move round, and in a couple of days time we're going to go further along the coast. I'm having so much fun though, brilliant. I love being near the sea, and I love these exploring sort of coasts as well. So get yourself out and explore. Fantastic. Got an image set up, vertical shot. As you can see, the camera's set up in vertical. We've got this lovely rock pool in front of us, and it's got a really nice reflection on. I've got the polarizer on, but I'm not eliminating all the reflection. I'm just using it just to tone the sky slightly and to still keep that reflection in the water, because you can see the crane. Now I've lined myself up exactly in the right position, and we're talking millimeters to get the crane coming through where the water's joining. Now, when I take the image and you see the image, you'll see what I mean. There's two little bits of rock that's coming across either side, and the crane comes right between the middle, so you can see all the reflection of the crane. Unless you're stood here with me now in this exact position on this camera, I can't actually show you. But yeah, that's what I've set up. I've also got down here a shackle, a carabiner or a shackle. It's right down in the bottom. F8, blue sky, lovely reflection in the water, and the shackle. Enjoy this one. Just come over to see the good lady wife, and she's been taking photographs of them boats up there. And I don't know, do you reckon you got a good shot?
Who knows?
Who knows? If she gets an image, I'll bob it up right there now. Yeah, there's your image. So potentially she's got a good image. I'm sure you've already seen it, and it looks really moody with the boats at the bottom and all this nice dark cloud behind it. So I bet you're bored of watching us now. We've been round and round this place loads. I think we're about done. I really do. Just gonna have a little more mooch around here and then see what that sunset, if you can't see it on there, see what that sunset's gonna do for us.